Sebastian, everyone's favourite rebellious loner, as ConcernedApe called him, is an interesting character. He spends a lot of time in his room and he's hard to get to know, but he is amazing. There is one certain thing that Sebastian does that will help you so much, and we will be getting onto that soon. But first, we need to talk about how Sebastian is less than great. Hey everyone, my name is Will and I'm a variety streamer over at twitch.tv/WillTearsHere. And today I have a good one for you. Sebastian divides everyone. He's an interesting character and it takes a while to get to know him. But once you do, it is worth it, and I'll be saying why in this video. Anyway, who is Sebastian? Sebastian lives at 24 Mountain Road with his mum, Robin, his stepdad, Demetrius, and his half-sister, Maru. Sebastian is mates with Abigail and Sam, and he is one of the villagers you can marry. Today we're going to be talking about what gifts Sebastian likes, what gifts he gives you once you marry him, how to trigger his heart events, and where to find him. There are timestamps in the description and pinned comment too if you want to skip to a certain section. Although I would definitely recommend the gift section, as there is a cool fact about Sebastian in there. Talking about the gift section, let's start on that. So if we want the great gifts Sebastian gives us once we marry him, we need to get him to like us. And we can get him to like us with gifts. He loves frozen tear, obsidian, pumpkin soup, sashimi, void egg, and all the universal loves. Now these are not very common items, and this is why it's hard to befriend Sebastian. Luckily, pumpkin soup and sashimi aren't that bad to make. Personally, I recommend the sashimi, as all you need to make it is any fish, and you get the recipe through the post once you have 3 hearts of Linus. The pumpkin soup is a bit harder, but it's still only a pumpkin and milk, and you get the recipe through the post again once you have 7 hearts of Robin, although it is nice as it shows Sebastian likes his mum's recipes. Now, if you don't have any of those and want to give a liked gift, the options are coffee, green tea, oil, flounder, quartz, and all the universal liked except flowers, complete breakfast, farmer's lunch, omelette, and all other artisan goods. The coffee is something you would normally have on you in the late game, and quartz is something you have loads of because it's very abundant in the mines, so at least you can get him a nice liked gift. So what's the point in befriending Sebastian if he doesn't give any good gifts once you marry him? So let's see if he's worth it, and spoiler, he does give good gifts. On rainy days he can give obsidian, void essence, batwing, frozen tears, amethyst, and cave carrots. These are mostly useless to be honest, but the void essence is nice for bombs. On days when Sebastian's in the farmhouse, he gives coffee. Yes, Sebastian can give you coffee when you speak to him in the farmhouse. Late games isn't amazing as you probably already have loads of coffee, but early to mid game you'll not have much, and this can be a godsend combined with the triple shot espresso recipe. So this is a major plus for Sebastian, as the coffee is amazing. And if you thought it couldn't get any better, on New Year's Eve, Sebastian gives you beer. Ladies and gentlemen, we have found the best villager in the game. You get both coffee and beer. What more do you need in life? But in all seriousness, this is the cool feature Sebastian has, and he's the first villager I've talked about so far to do this. And if you want to see the other villagers I've reviewed on my channel, I'd recommend starting with the Abigail one. And if you're really enjoying this, a sub to the channel would be amazing, as we've hit over 50 subs already. So I want to say thank you to everyone who has subbed. And if you really enjoy Sebastian and his beer, maybe consider leaving a like and a comment, and suggest what villagers you want next. And thanks to a comment from an older video, I feel like a certain bookworm character might be next. And I promise to reply to every single comment, so maybe test that. And finally, my Twitch and Twitter are linked in the description below, and if you do add me, make sure to let me know. Anyway, it's time to find out all the heart events Sebastian is in. If you're new to my videos, I will say how to trigger all the cutscenes, but not the content, so I will not spoil them for you. The first cutscene is at 2 hearts, where you need to go to Sebastian's room when he is also there. The next one's at 4 hearts. You need to go to the mountains between 11 AM and 5 PM. His 6 heart event is in his room when he is there again. But this one is very cool as you get to play a secret minigame. At 8 hearts, you need to meet Sebastian at the beach on a rainy day between noon and 11 PM. When you reach 10 hearts, you need to go to the mountains again between 8 PM and midnight this time. And finally, at 14 hearts, you go to the mountains again on any rainy day between 6 AM and 7 PM. And we're done! Sebastian has 6 heart events, and I'll definitely recommend the 6 heart one, as it's quite different to the others and quite interesting. And now it's question time. This time I have a challenge for you. There are 2 questions Sebastian can ask, and I want you to answer them as well and see if you would be a good match for Sebastian. Maybe put them in the comments too to see who's the best match for him. And no cheating, okay? So the first thing Sebastian can ask is, do you read? And the best answer is only sci-fi and fantasy books. The second question Sebastian can ask you is, what do you do when you aren't working? And again, the best answer is read comic books. So how did you do? Were you close at all with the actual answer Sebastian wanted? I'm going to be looking in the comments, so let me know what you got. And now the last thing we're going to talk about, how to find Sebastian. And yes, this is a weird segment, but let's ignore that and carry on. So let's look at how we can ambush Sebastian now. On most days, Sebastian will either be in his house, by the train station, or by the lake in the mountains. On rainy days, you can find him either by the pier or in the saloon. And on Saturdays, you can find him outside Haley and Emily's house, or in or outside Sam's house. And remember, it isn't an exhaustive list of where to find Sebastian, it's just where he will normally be. And now we know everything about Sebastian. What do you think about him? He gives some cool gifts and he has some of the coolest heart events. But also, it is hard to become friends with him, as he doesn't love a lot of easy to find gifts. Luckily, he likes a lot of easy gifts, so we just have to work a little harder to become friends with him. And I worked hard on this video. So if you enjoyed it, maybe consider leaving a like, and if you really liked it, maybe leave a comment too. If you like that amazing segue into this plug, maybe subscribe as well. Anyway, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.